In a world where podcasts and radio just isn't the same anymore. Well, fear no more, because Squirrely and The Bean are here to save your day. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy the smooth-sounding voices of the Squirrely and The Bean podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Squirrely and The Bean podcast. I'm The Bean.
I'm Squirrely.
I hope you guys are enjoying this lovely podcast that we are putting on for you guys today. As my clock goes ding in the background. Squirrely, how you been?
Right on cue. Great.
That clock always strikes as soon as we start recording. So, today, we're just going to go in overall banter today of some stupid people, seeing that I've seen some stupid people over the weekend, and in my life, I don't know how stupid people get up there in Canada, but we're going to find out today. Isn't that right there, Squirrely?
You're correct, Omundo.
Are you feeling all right there, Squirrely?
I'm just chilling.
You just chilling? All right.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, let me ask you a question here, Squirrely. All right?
Okay.
So, hypothetically, all right, say you're a drug user, all right? And, you purchase some drugs, and you don't really think that they're the real deal. How would you go about testing this out?
That's a good question. I don't do drugs, so maybe I would
hypothetical.
Ask a friend. Just calling a friend, maybe.
Your phone a friend? Is that a lifeline? I don't know if that's a lifeline or not. Well,
use a lifeline, if you will.
Well, for a Florida man, he did use that lifeline, and he phoned somebody, all right. But he phoned his local police department. This guy named Douglas Kelly.
Not the smartest idea.
Not the smartest idea, but phoned his local sheriff department because he believes the drugs that he got from his drug dealer were not the real deal. So, the local sheriff department being
crazy.
As nice and kind as they are, they went out and tested the drugs for Kelly. Crazy, right? I mean, those guys are just a nice bunch. All right? Well, after it came out positive for meth, they arrested him. Immediately arrested him.
I would think so.
For possession.
For sure.
I don't know. For that, that's just nuts.
Yeah.
Let me. How high were you? How high do you have to be for that to happen?
I don't know. Maybe he tested them himself beforehand, and maybe he, I don't know. Maybe he forgot it. He tested them, and then he called the cops.
You gotta love people, right?
Yeah, that's pretty stupid. Well, now this next story. Okay, this happened in Canada, only in Canada. Let's just pretend that you're that guy that went to jail for testing the drugs, right? And you get out of jail and you don't know what to do. You lost your job and all that. Well, this man, he smuggled $165,000 worth of gold in his rectum from the Royal Canadian Mint.
What?
Yep, he was found guilty of smuggling $165,000 worth of gold from the Royal Canadian Mint. Okay.
Imagine trying to go up into the store and bring that back. Like, hey man, I got this new kind of gold. It's called brown gold. Don't worry about the smell.
It says here that Leston Lawrence is the man's name, who had Vaseline and latex gloves in his locker at work, apparently smuggled 22 gold pucks out of the facility.
Pucks? Like hockey pucks?
Well, it is Canada, so maybe. That's just wild.
So he just lubed them on up and was like, bend and scoop?
Yep. Exactly.
Well, that's not like... that's kind of like this one guy, all right? So, you're a convenience store worker, all right? You're closing up for the night. And then out of nowhere, a car just comes ramming through the front of your store. Huh, whatever. He's probably drunk, right? Well, he gets out of the car, and he's half naked.
Wow.
Convenience store owner was all like, "Hey man, you know we're closed, right?" Guy responds to, "It's all right, man. I just need to get another beer. I just want another beer."
And he was naked.
And he was half naked. He was half naked.
Oh,
From
half
the-
naked. Okay.
From the waist down. So I mean, he got his shirt on, but
Did he have shoes on?
no, he did not.
Okay. No service then.
I know it's right. That's a no service here, please. So call police, right? The guy ends up barricading himself inside the cooler
Mhm.
because he wants to finish his beer. Look,
Wow.
I heard about Saturdays are for the boys, and never leave a man behind, right?
Right.
That is dedication. I mean,
That's
if I ever get that drunk, that's beyond me.
well. How about this? Canadian woman caught driving on the wrong side of the road with her cat and a car full of drugs. She offered police a novel explaining the whole thing.
A novel?
A novel.
Would she write the
Titled
Harry Potter books?
Canadians drive on the left side of the road.
Do you guys?
No. Unfortunately, the excuse didn't fly, and Valerie was charged with possession of marijuana, meth, and drug paraphernalia.
How? I think it was the cat. No, it was the cat's fault. The cat did
You're
it.
you're blaming it on the cat, eh?
Look, cats are demons. All right. I don't know. I'm more of a dog person.
Do you think the cat coerced her to do this?
the cats can take over the world?
Yeah.
Watch,
it's
man.
it's possible.
Look, they're evil, conniving. Like, look, they'll come up, rub up on you, like, "Oh, pet me," and as soon as you start petting them, they're like, "Bah!" with their claws, and it's over. Game over, man. Like, the disease that they carry. Like, with dogs, they're always happy to see you. Cats, they're like, meh. So I think the cat and their cat's overlords were, brainwashed this poor little woman, and they're trying to start their empire.
Yeah. I mean, something must have happened there.
Look,
Yeah.
that's like the people who try to break into Best Buy, and they took a couple laptops and stuff, but what they didn't realize is those electronics betrayed them. They actually butt dialed the police as they're breaking into Best Buy.
Really?
Like, the fact that you butt dialed 911, like, did you call them in the first place? Because that's the only way I could figure that you butt dialed them.
Yeah, butt dials for me don't happen very often, but I think that would be the most inconvenient butt dial of them all.
But it would be like you would butt dial the last person you called.
Yeah.
Like, if I was to
Yeah,
butt dial, it would be Angelina. Like, if I sat on my phone and it called somebody, it would be Angelina because she would be the last person I called.
Maybe their phone went into emergency mode or something.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
I got a really good one for you. Okay. If this one I think could only have happened in Canada. The massive theft of an estimated $18 million worth of, now get ready for this. You might fall off your chair.
I'm ready.
Maple syrup.
What?
It took place between 2011 and 2012. Thieves siphoned off the contents of 16,000 45-gallon barrels, some of which was transported to a processing and exporting facility in Kedgwick, New Brunswick. Now, I live in New Brunswick, and I have no idea where that is. But the theft was eventually discovered. The crime is actually going to be turned into a movie. Sony, the crime, exactly. Sony Pictures announced plans to make a film based on the theft, with comic actor Jason Segel in line to star.
How? Do they make money off the maple syrup or something?
I mean, up here it's liquid gold, dude.
I mean, that's a lot of pancakes. Like if you think about it.
Maple syrup. We don't play around with our maple syrup over here, okay?
I mean, God, are they gonna go out into the woods and get their own maple syrup?
It's not as easy as you think.
Yeah, I mean, you just hammer in a something right into a tree and let it go.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but
Then
there's a little bit of process to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's easier to steal it, okay?
So, I think I got another one. I think I don't know if this one's gonna top it though. So, this guy didn't get away with anything. Well, actually, he did. So, he goes up into a convenience store, right? And he starts just shoving stuff into his book bag, nonchalantly, walking around the store like he's actually looking for stuff to buy. Well, he doesn't buy anything. But he sees this hot clerk just standing behind the desk, the cash register, even though she saw him steal all this stuff. Walks up to her and hands her a business card. Because he wants she wants Shorty to be in his DMs.
That's
she calls
crazy.
police shortly afterwards, which they end up locating him. I wonder how. Like, shocks and awe, right? Where they follow him back due to his Facebook post saying that how he just stole $100 worth of merchandise from the store. And this shorty has yet to call him back.
Well, I would assume so.
This goes to show you, girls can be the downfalls. I mean, women can bring you down in a heartbeat. You get the googly eyes for this hot little clerk standing behind the desk. Right, hey, girl, let me get your number. What's your MySpace?
Can I get your number? What's your MySpace?
Can I get your number? You got a man?
All right. This next criminal, I would say, is probably one of the more impatient criminals you've probably ever heard of. According to CBC News, that's a Canadian news company here in Canada, a man wearing gloves and a bandana walked into a Newfoundland credit union wielding a knife. But after seeing how busy things were, he apparently changed his mind and walked out.
Oh, sorry.
Things could have just ended there, but the masked man was spotted by staff who called police. He was later arrested and charged.
That's that's a Canadian moment. That's like, oh, sorry, I didn't know you were busy. Sorry, I'll come back later.
I'll come back and rob your store later. Sorry.
Sorry.
Here's the crazy thing of it all. The town in which he tried to rob the bank, the town's name is Stephenville. And it's spelled exactly how I spell my name.
Are you a mayor of a town? It didn't tell me.
No.
You own your own town?
Nope.
Stevensville?
I wish. That'd be sick.
Whoa. Here's another reason why, women can be the root of all evil for you. Now, this happened in my hometown of lovely Salisbury, North Carolina. Crazy, right?
Wow.
Right here. Right in my own backyard. You heard of the movie The Wedding Crasher, right? Have you seen it?
Yep.
All right. You remember the scene where he dropped eyedroppers into the dude's drink and he gave him some massive runs?
Okay.
Well, this lady pretty much ended up poisoning her husband because she thought it would get him sick if she did it. The reason why she did it is because she just wanted to move out because she met another man.
Wow.
So she got the idea to do this from that movie, The Wedding Crashers. I mean, I see Goku going Super Saiyan in anime, but you don't see me out there on a rock screaming my head off. I mean, as a kid I did, but...
Yeah.
It's just...
That's just...
Why would you do that?
Some people are messed up, man.
I know, it's crazy. The fact that you had to do that.
All right, we got a story coming straight out of Alberta, Canada. I'll read you the title. I wouldn't even have to have told you where it was. Just from the title alone, you can tell exactly where it happened. The title goes, "Sorry guys, thief shoots ceiling, robs bar, and then apologizes."
Sorry. Sorry. Didn't mean to shoot your ceiling there, bud.
The man waited until a lady finished singing a karaoke version of the Dixie Chicks. He then pulled out a gun. He robs the bar, and as he's leaving, he says sorry.
Sorry.
He didn't yell. He raised his voice only a little. He didn't even swear. Robs the bank, says, "Sorry, guys," and then left.
Hey, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to take your money, but no bills are paid.
Here's something
I
funnier.
got all this maple syrup back here.
The getaway car ran out of gas.
Oh, my God.
He got caught the next day from help from the public.
Oh, my. I thought you were going to say some random guy pulled over and pulled out a gas can and gave him gas.
That would have been funny, but no, that didn't happen.
Oh, hey, bud. You out of gas? Yeah. Here, I got an extra boost for you.
Yeah, that's I don't know. Some people, man, that's crazy.
So, I don't know what it is, but you ever lost something and can't find it, right?
All the time.
You know, you ask people for help, right?
Yep.
So, you know, you're a drug dealer. You just happen to lose, you know, a good gram of coke.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
And at least like $1,000 in cash in your car, right?
Oh,
You can't find it.
That's the worst.
Lost it in your car somewhere, can't find it. You would assume you would call a buddy to help you out.
Yeah, maybe.
So why would you call your local police department and request for a canine to come out and help you search?
You know, that type of thinking is on another level, you know.
So, upon the deputies responding to this, bringing their canine officer, like the guy requested, you know, even in the call log it says to help find his coke that he lost in his car. They found a meth pipe.
Okay.
And they found approximately 1 gram of meth as well, along with the cash and coke, that he then asked if he can have back once the officers found it.
Wow.
Well, once he discovers that he's not getting it back, and he realizes that, oh no, I'm in trouble, he decides to run. Well, he didn't get pretty far because, you know, the dog was right on his tail.
Yep. Those dogs are quick.
Oh, trust me, I know all about the dogs. Not that I ever ran from them. No. My old training officer was actually canine, and it was pretty fun. But who would do that? Why? I mean, it goes to show you that there are some stupid people out there.
There's stupid people everywhere.
But this is just, oh, I'm a drug dealer. I'm gonna call my local police department because I can't find my drugs that I need to sell.
That's crazy.
That's kind of like smuggling gold up your rectum.
Yeah. Or how about this man? He was arrested July 10th. This happened in 2016, July 10th. After a series of break and enter spiraled into a chase involving at least 4 stolen vehicles. In all, the man was charged with 37 counts, including assaulting a police officer and destroying at least $5,000 worth of crops in a farmer's field. Now, the story doesn't end there. He drove his car. He started out in the States, and he somehow made it into Canada, believe it or not.
Because you guys are just so welcoming.
Right. So after he's caught, he issues a statement apologizing to the city that he drove his car through. I'm not even kidding. This is how.
Sorry.
This is the first couple lines of the letter. This is. I don't know how to pronounce the man's name, so I'm just going to say this is man. the man that ran from the police on July 10th and caused your town problems. I want to make a public apology for my actions that day. I didn't come to your town to cause problems or scare anybody. I'm not a bad person. I just made a bad choice that day.
Look, all right. I just need to say, Canada has some of the most nicest criminals ever. Like, they apologize after doing that. Oh my God. Like, please, down here, they demand apologies from us because we caught them in the act. Yeah, you should be apologizing to me, even though I shot 10 people.
Yeah.
It was their fault.
Man,
that store didn't give me my dime back.
Sorry.
Sorry. Up there, it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to rob you, but I need the money. Sorry. Bills.
I got bills, man. Sorry.
You know, hard enough life out here, buddy. I mean, just be happy you're not some of these people out there, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, if you are, sorry. But
I should be saying sorry.
I mean, maybe I'm trying to get America to switch. You know? Sorry. That's not gonna happen.
Nope.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed these lovely stories. I know it's a switch up. Well, I mean, actually, I guess it is news.
It's
Stupid
news.
people.
Old news, but news.
News. It just goes to show you that there's stupid people everywhere in the world, but some just respond different to others.
Some say sorry. Some issue letters of apology to the whole city that they committed the crime in.
And some people just ram their car into your front door of your business because they just want another beer.
Yep.
Sorry. I mean, well, I hope you guys are enjoying our podcast. I mean,
This was really fun.
This is episode 4.
Episode
On
4.
to the next, onward and upwards.
Thanks to the 66 people on our Facebook page who have liked our page.
Oh yeah, we're moving on up there, bud.
Yes, sir.
If you haven't, go like our Facebook page. We are now on YouTube. So, I mean, you don't see anything except for you get to hear our lovely voices.
That's all you
Squirrely
need. That's all you need in life.
And the Bean. Exactly. Just hear our lovely voices. They sound so amazing. But we're on YouTube.
We're everywhere, man.
We're also posting our podcast now on Facebook.
Yes.
So
you don't even have to leave Facebook. Just go on there, like our page, stay on there, listen.
It gives you another reason to go like our page right now.
Do it right now.
Facebook.com.
Pause this podcast and go like our Facebook page.
Or you can even keep listening to this podcast and go over there. It doesn't matter. Wherever you're listening from. I mean, if you're on YouTube, I don't think they allow that anymore.
Multitasking, you know?
Sorry.
Well,
that does it for me. I'm the Bean.
I'm Squirrely.
And I hope you guys enjoyed this lovely show.
Hey, Bean.
Yeah, Squirrely.
Drop the outro.
Oh, Squirrely and the Bean is among the smoothest sounding podcasts I've ever heard. That's right. It's absolutely fantastic.